Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from Coruscant, the Galactic Championship, everybody. We are here. This is the finale of the series that we have been putting on for the last few months. You know, if you watch this later on in the future, we are currently in the middle, still somewhere, of the COVID-19 pandemic. X-Wing hasn't been played in person for overall competitive play, and together with Fly Better and Gold Squadron, we've put on this massive series to just create a competitive event for us to find, while we're not crowning an official world champion, this is our way to recognize somebody this year who played their keister off. All right, so super excited for that. My co-host all weekend is...
Hello, and welcome everyone to the Galactic Championships. We're all hyped. I'm Ryan Farmer. We are here to commentate until we lose our voices, and we have a doozy of a first game for you, and I'm hyped for it.
We're going to do it today. Now, before we go too far, I want to remind you guys that all of our rounds this weekend and throughout the entire Galactic Championship Series has been brought to you by Paw Creatives. Use that coupon code Coruscant2020 for 20% off. I will tell you, we're not going to have one of these for a while, so get your coupons now for your sweet acrylic. Ryan, let's go ahead and break down these lists.
All right, so on the left of the screen we have Cailean Pritchard. And this will begin my long road of not being able to pronounce names correctly. So I apologize if I have a minor mispronunciation there. Running a really cool resistance list, X3A with ZZ running that new starboard slash with heroic advanced optics, Tali the same, and Sefton Vanek, which is the same. And then Nia Num with backwards tail slide, pattern analyzer, the new overdrive thruster, and integrated S-foils. Dion, do you want me to go on to Drew's?
Yeah,
or do you want
go
to
ahead.
talk
Take
about...
it. Take
cool.
it. People want to hear your voice.
And then on the right side of the screen, you got Drew Brody, or as Dion so lovingly called, Drew Bertie before the cast.
Nobody heard that. Nobody would have known. And
now they know. Now they all know. Commander Malorus in the G-class shuttle with swarm tactics, Major Stridon with optics, perceptive co-pilot, jamming beam, hull upgrade, and Captain Cardinal with advanced optics, perceptive co-pilot, jamming beam, and hull upgrade. So this battle is really coming down to a bunch of tiny ships that can like scratch at Drew, and Drew with a whole bunch of shotguns.
You know, so here's my question. I know that you love Drew Brody, but
I do.
Looking at this matchup as objective as you can, who do you think has the advantage going in?
If I were just being objective, right, and I'm just looking at the two squads, it's no doubt clear that Cailean has the advantage at the moment. Mainly because those A-Wings, and especially Nien, are some of the best ships in the game at getting behind other ships, right? They'll be able to fly past. They'll be able to, especially putting some strains on with those starboard slashes. They'll really be able to, like I said, scratch at those upsilons. The thing is, though, I know from personal experience, Drew's a good friend of mine. I'll remain as unbiased as possible while commentating. He has run double upsilon plus stuff for a very, very, very long time. Mm-hmm. He almost went, I think, undefeated at the world's hyperspace qualifier with it or whatever. So he knows what he's doing. It'll be really interesting to see what happens. You can see that Sefton is trying to already get behind the whole squad, and that's going to be the story of the matchup. He's going to fly up on that top left side of the board to get behind, because if Drew decides to go after him, then now he's turned his squad away from Nien. And I think Drew's primary target here will be Nien with all those shenanigans while he still has the guns.
Yeah, it has to be. And also, it's 67 points, right? It's the most points on the board. Though I will say, if Cailean doesn't get off a starboard slash, I'm going to be really disappointed, because this is literally an opportunity for the card art coming, like right now. All right, so
literally right now.
Do it.
And that might be the best card art in the game. There's a lot of good art, but that, I don't know, it's really, really good. I love it.
All right, well, I got to take a second. I can't ignore it. Thank you, Catherine Nixera, for gifting 20 subs to the channel. Thank you so much. Also, It's Baffle. I saw you earlier. Thank you guys so much as we get into it. Now, one of the things, Ryan, that I'm curious to see here is while the Upsilons aren't as maneuverable, right? They have that ability that if they reach out and touch you, it's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt real bad. And that's where I think Drew has a sort of in my opinion, he built this squad as the silver bullet to counter Wookiees. I don't know if that's true, but this squad would, in my mind, I think, really crush some furry-faced foes. The problem is he's not playing Wookiees at the moment. And Sefton Vanek is in I5. Clearly, the ability is kind of meh. You can transfer evade tokens when you boost, like whatever, that's fine. But the true glory of the squad is it's 4 5s.
Yep.
So let's not forget the flexibility you get of being able to move in any order that you want with all of those ships, be able to shoot in any order you want with all of those ships, and they're all very maneuverable. So it's going to be even harder to pin them down and figure out where they're going. But Dion, have you been able to crack the code of Drew's list yet? Have you looked at it and figured out why it's so chonky and why it's so dangerous?
All right, let's take a look here. We'll start with Strident. So I like that we have 4-4-5. So you have a little bit higher initiative. You got the rerolls on the blanks, obviously. Swarm Tactics. Okay. Swarm Tactics.
So look how Swarm Tactics interacts with Captain Cardinal and then Major Strident.
All right, Captain Cardinal, while a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 with lower initiative than you defends or performs an attack, if you have at least one charge, that ship may reroll one focus result. After an enemy ship at range 0 to 3. Oh, okay. So you got some, you got rerolls on blanks and focuses?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right. So you got mods. You got mods for Major Strident, and then of course Major Strident is being allowed to reach out those coordinates up to range 2 to 3.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's absolutely. You have a huge amount of space to be able to trigger those effects.
Well, let's look at. But here's another really big thing here. You have advanced optics as well on Strident. So with Perceptive Copilot being able to reroll blanks. Being able to reroll eyeballs and being able to convert a blank with optics, Strident's accuracy is incredible. It's going to hit so hard. And then Malorus is going to allow you to reroll blanks. That's where you're getting that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and he doesn't care about taking a strain with these guys for the most part, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. -1, it's fine. I got 12. I got 12 health. It's fine.
So what's going to happen with Strident is you're going to be expected to get 4 hits like every time. The math is very good that you're just going to get 4 hits with Strident. It's just he's going to eviscerate things, which is very dangerous if you're on the, you don't want to joust this squad, basically. And so it's going to be really, though I think that, the Resistance has a soft advantage here on paper, given Drew's experience flying the ships and given how dangerous a single mistake of flying an arc can be. We all know these A-Wings. We keep in note, there's keep note here that like A-Wings dice can go cold, right? It can happen.
Absolutely, and the thing is that they're usually using that focus token for offense. So if you're not, it's like ZZ super survivable. The other ones, if you're getting shot, it's gonna be a bad day. All right, but looks like we're gonna have engagement here. Sefton doing a little barrel roll boost action. It looks like we're going after Captain Cardinal.
And this is fine for Drew. Actually, he may have boosted himself out of getting a shot there. It's going to be tight. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have Strident. He's not going to have the yellow, but I think he'll have Cardinal, the red one.
And that's, again, this is okay for Drew because what he wants to do here is separate these Upsilons out so one always has a shot. And they'll rotate in a circle. No, look, like it's okay that Strident is now pointed the other way now because he's going to turn back in and make it so that you can't be behind both of them at any given time. That's the play there. So that'll be really interesting to see if he can get that off and how that works. But you know, we have to be aware that Nien with overdrive thrusters and all this other fun stuff that he has.
Where do you want to be? Anywhere.
Where do you want to be? Pick him up and put him down, because if Drew can't get Nien off the board and if Cailean can go wherever he wants with Nien, then it's going to be game over. Got to get that X-Wing off the board as fast as possible. But considering Nien has all the tools to move last, that's going to be really tough.
I think one of your biggest advantages is the fact that if you can catch Nien on a board edge where he has a little bit less space to maneuver, that might be your chance to actually catch him. Because like right now, Cailean has Nien in that bottom left-hand corner, and that's two areas essentially behind him and to the right where he just can't get to right now. And Drew might be able to funnel Nien into a spot where even with the shenanigans, he might not be able to get out.
Yeah, exactly. It's an interesting move with ZZ there. I think he's maybe slow rolling.
Yeah, slow rolling or expecting Captain Cardinal to come in hard, and that way you can try to get behind him.
Yeah, could be.
All right, so Nien.
This is truly a rapier versus a full plate mail suit of armor right now. Like, can he find the joints? Because if he makes a mistake, he's just getting crushed. And Nien, obviously, he's a T-70. He's got 3 shields and 4 hull. Like, I think what Drew would need at least 2 or 3. 2 would be on the low end, but he needs at least 3 really good shots of these Upsilons on Nien to take him out. At minimum.
All right, reaching, not quite, not yet, not yet. And here we go.
Did he get that range 1? I think he just clipped it, right?
He sure does. Just barely. Yep. Here it goes.
Yeah,
range 1 into Strident. This is 3 dice. Sefton doesn't have any modifiers on this one. Here we go. We got 2 hits coming in. 1 agility for the Upsilon shuttle.
And no optics.
And no squiggle. That's going to be a couple of shields there on Major Strident in the opening.
Yeah, and Drew's really hoping that he was out of arc there. That does hurt to lose those 2 shields that early.
That's the risk he's taking, though, right? With these, you're giving up that maneuverability. That's why four dice ships at the cost that the Upsilons are exist. It's like one of those, hey, you don't have a lot of maneuverability, but if you catch something, you're going to be rewarded.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Now, one of the things I want to talk about here really quickly for our folks watching at home, I'm actually wrapping up the overlay for our stretch giveaways. I see that we're already at 88 of our 250 goal for the weekend. We got a lot of really cool stuff. On the overlay here. I'm hoping to wow you with the selection. I'm poking around in Photoshop while we do this first round, just to make sure that we have everything nice and clearly labeled, because I noticed an error in my checks earlier, but we're all good. We're all good. Thank you all for being here. Want to remind you guys that we do stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday here on the channel. And once in-person play resumes, whenever that is, we'll actually be adding an additional day because we're going to still have our in-person play, which will return, which will have a new name. But right now, basically, our Wednesday and Saturday streams, those are Gold Squadron Flight Club and our Gold Squadron Flight Club Championship. Later today, I'm going to be revealing all about that. Tickets won't be on sale today, but we'll be looking at some prizes as well as dates for the upcoming championship series. Now, this upcoming championship series revolves around list building, creative list building, and less around the necessary competitive meta, because the meta that's created here is going to be very, very different. We'll talk some more about that later. Let's jump back into our game. So, looking at Cailean's position here, one thing that he's doing really, really well is that he's keeping the A-wings apart, right? He's giving them a little bit of room to maneuver. And with the amount of speed that those A-wings have, you can do what A-wings do best and choose to whether engage with the front or the back. You can fly fast if you need to. Now, the first ship that's going to end up getting shot is probably Tally. I'm thinking just looking at the positioning.
Really quick, Dion, I think Drew flipped the shields on Captain Cardinal instead of Stridon here. Because Stridon was shot, correct?
Yes. Yes. Well, I'll just double check in the chat.
Yeah, I believe.
I thought it was Stridon. I saw. Yeah,
because it was range 1. Yeah. Just a minor. It's early for the West Coast where Drew is.
Yeah.
There it is. They got it. Perfect.
There you go.
Sorry. So yeah, they do have that rear arc, as you were saying, Dion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's really the thing Drew needs to worry about is when you get if one of these things goes down, if one of the Upsilons goes down, then it's going to be very annoying and difficult to pin any of these and given enough time. But that's the other big thing about this list too is you need the time. Only 57 minutes left in this round. So you have to be able you gotta kill, you gotta get all the health down. And so it's gonna be uphill for Drew for sure to chip away at these things just because of the flexibility of these 5s to go wherever they want.
Absolutely. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about was, if you guys notice, we do have Heralds of Hope content on the table. The entire box of Heralds of Hope and the TIE Brute are available for play today. One of the things with the Galactic Championship Series is essentially if things have been released at least 1 week before, it is live, it is playable, let's go. It creates fun, interesting situations. I'm excited about it. Same thing happened with the previous wave that was released. So it's really great to see these changes. Now, let's talk about the fact, Ryan, we had the Nantex absolutely dominating in the Galactic Championships. The hashtag We Are Data happened. We'll just leave it at that. But some mysterious points change happened, and now they're significantly more expensive. Do you think we're going to see Nantex do well today? Because I saw people did bring them. I did see that. I'm going to publish the list here in a few.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think one might slip into the cut. I think that these are all very talented players in Coruscant who performed, very well at some high level competitions. But I just think that with the changes, they don't have enough punch anymore. Mm-hmm. They can't take that crack shot anymore. Now, I think a 5 Nantex list with all the tools actually is still kind of interesting, right? Mm-hmm. You can fit 5 with crack and marksmanship and then maybe something else. I'm not sure. But it's clear they will not be as dominant as they were before, no question. You just can't have all the tools. So we'll see, but players know what they can do now and the list isn't as good. So right. we'll have to find out. And I think players are they were having bug fatigue just a bit. Mm-hmm. So I think it will absolutely be interesting to see where they go moving forward. list construction wise. Like, I love the game we have on the table right now. Like, this is a cool game, a cool matchup. I love to see this kind of stuff all day.
That's right. And a shout out to producer Nick Sperry. He is responsible for getting all of our matches today. He's going through the lists, taking care of that stuff. So if the
don't
matchups,
let me down, Nick.
Yeah, don't let him down. Don't let him down.
Don't let me down.
It's not like we're on a big stage or it's like a major event. Right?
It's the most major.
Bruce. So you can see these Upsilons, right? They're moving towards that left side of the board, the resistance starting edge, and they look like they might be poised to catch ZZ here early.
Catch me. And you know what? Out of all these A-Wings, ZZ's the one you want to catch with multiple arcs. Because if you can just delete her early, oh man, your life is so much easier. So much easier.
This was a really sneaky good move by Drew here, because I think, yes, Malorus is hanging out to dry just a touch here, but like that's kind of okay because Malorus has the flexibility to get out of it a little. I am really intrigued to see what happens the turn after this one, where all these players go, because Drew, we say that these Upsilons don't have a lot of maneuverability, and that's true, right? But he can be squirrely in a way where you're not exactly sure any given time where his arcs are going to be pointed.
Right.
Especially now, you'll know, I can't tell us straight here, but Stridon now can do a thing where he crisscrosses past Cardinal, and now you have them covering each other's behinds, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Which is exactly what Drew wants. Ideally, Drew would love to be able to get both guns on a target at once, but against superior competition, that's just not going to be viable. So instead, you have to get one really good shot per round. And normally, when you look at X-Wing, you say, well, one shot per round, that sucks. But one shot with these heavily modded Upsilons is very much as good as two shots in many cases for most other squads.
Yeah, because you have the opportunity with those 4 dice to overwhelm the 3 agility. We talk all the time about how good 3 agility can be. Like, well, if you're rolling 4, 5 attack dice at range 1, you can overwhelm those defense. Even if somebody rolls natties, they get all 3. It doesn't matter if you get them with 5 hits, you're still doing damage.
And Stridon's not in a place to get like the best auto 4 hits quite yet. But let's just say, for example, he gets 4 hits with that. These A-Wings, that's 1 auto damage going through, and you're not always expected to get 3. Right. So you're going to be at half points after 1 shot on these A's.
Here's our first shot here. We've got a dice out the box. We get a reroll, 2 focuses, and Malorus
being very aggressive, spending them.
2 hits going at Tally. Now, Tally has the option to use her ability to get that extra defensive die.
I'm sure she will.
Yep, there's the 4th. And he's going to have to spend a token, which means that it's not going to have that focus available for a shot. Of course, didn't have to spend the focus there, but that's
every health is so valuable right now on the table. You have to keep these A-Wings up, especially like you lose 1 shield, now they're at risk of just being blown out by these Upsilon shots.
All right, and 1 hit. Remember
we just did a podcast recently on Fly Better, talking about aggression with Dale Cromwell.
Yes,
and there are some people who would have decided to not spend that focus there with 2 eyeball results, right? You're going against a 4 agility A-Wing with a focus. Better to just keep it for defense. But here we see an example of he spent those to get the 2 results and therefore stripped the focus. Therefore, she didn't have it to do damage back, right? Which is absolutely a viable. So Drew's not going to take any damage from these 2 shots on Malorus. He's got to be liking that.
That's huge.
That is, for a lot of players, can be counterintuitive. Like, oh, I need to make sure I save this. Like, I have to save this thing. I have to have it available to me later. But that aggression paid off for Drew to not take the damage there in that instance. Nien going after Cardinal only gets 2 though.
Yep, a little bit under there.
Yep.
Cardinal looking for the squiggle. Not
And
gonna.
I think he doesn't have any other ships in range, so I believe he'll have to.
He's got to focus. He can reduce
Yeah.
it by 1 here.
He's got 2 focuses, I believe, right? 'Cause he's got
Yes, perceptive co-pilot. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he'll spend 1 there. I think he's trying to eyeball whether he just snuck ZZ in range there. And he's mentally looking at it, trying to decide, but he will spend. He will not.
Oh.
He's gonna just take the 2 and hope that he's got ZZ in range here. Oh, just out.
So
That's
what
rough.
would be the purpose for holding on to both?
He has optics.
Optics, yes.
And so you're that's rough for Drew. He was hoping that he could get that 4-die double focus optics shot off. So 2 shields off there when it could have been 1. Maybe we'll see if that's big in the future. Maybe not. Now ZZ's got some problems now though.
Oh Lord, they're coming.
And this is going to be this is what we love about X-Wing. This turn right here is one of the things we really love about X-Wing, because this is very much a kind of quote unquote 50-50 turn, as we call them. ZZ could do a hard 1 barrel roll to the right, so like hard 1 barrel roll boost to the right, and see if now if that doesn't work, then and Cardinal just goes 1 straight or something, then ZZ could be very much dead. ZZ could do a 5 forward boost, right? But if that is called by Stridon, then ZZ is taking, a ton of damage, right? ZZ needs to make sure he doesn't get blocked by Stridon or Cardinal. And conversely, Drew needs to try to find a good way to pin him down as well. Now, he has to be a little careful because Nien is now primed to get behind him. But on the other side of the board, Nien has to be careful that Stridon just doesn't turn in and go, hey Nien, here's 4 hits.
Hello there.
So this is the turn coming up is significantly more complicated than it might initially appear from the board state.
I'm a fan. I am a fan. I like this turn. Yeah, the 50-50 opportunity, and this is, I think it's important for viewers and players as you're learning how to play X-Wing, is identifying these 50-50 situations, and also as a viewer, I think it's important as well, because you often get times of, one of the players on the table can end up making a move that looks, hindsight looks really dumb, right? You're like, why would they have done that when the opponent did X? The problem is that with the 50-50 situation, both players likely have identified that it's a 50-50 situation. One of them's going to be right and the other's going to be wrong. And then you have that the Princess Bride effect, right? Where it's like, all right, I think that he's going to react in this way, so I'm going to do this to try to catch him. And we've seen players pull off amazing moments in X-Wing history where they call the third level down play of the other player, and just this unexpected thing happens. But more often than not, you have the situation where one person guesses right, the other guesses wrong, and the person who guesses wrong looks really bad on the table, and it usually starts a snowball effect. But 99% of the time, the move, I don't like calling moves bad moves in 50-50 situations, because you don't know which level, which permutation of the 50-50 situation did that player choose to go down.
And then talking about aggression again, Dion, when you're in these types of situations, sometimes you see players, they are afraid of making the wrong choice, so they hedge. So they don't quite go all in one direction or the other. They go, okay, I'll go halvesies here, so I kind of cover both situations no matter what.
Yep.
I'm of the opinion that if you pick, go hard, and if you're punished for it, then then you were punished for it. But hedging can in many ways be even worse.
Yep.
If Drew were to just, I don't know. I don't know the Upsilons well enough, but if Drew were to just kind of do the safer move and go like one forwards with both of them, and there it gave ZZ an opportunity to more ways out of it. Great. So he does a 2 forward with Stride in here. It'll be interesting to see what ZZ ends up doing, because now ZZ has to do, I think, a 5 forward boost to get out of there.
Yeah. Man,
I mean, he could do a 2 forward boost, 1 forward, but that would lead him into the
he's hoping. Please do the 5 forward.
So if ZZ does a 1 forward boost, that would be the best thing for him. But that would have been a huge risk to choose the one, not the 1 forward, the one hard to the right. That would have been a big risk, because if he does that and Cardinal just does the 1 forward, it's like the bad news bears. But we'll see. There is the 1 or 2 hard to the right would be good for ZZ right now. But this is where, when you look at Drew and these 2 Upsilons, he's not just maneuvering for this turn. Next turn, Stridon is well in place to be able to 2 hard and move back up the board, if you will.
By the way, we got a jam. Space jam. Mallory just hit a jam. I got excited.
It was excellent. It was very nice. Yeah.
All right, so ZZ did do the 5 forward. There's the focus. There's 1 shot coming in for sure. Sitting in 2.
You got a boost here.
All right, so actually deciding maybe not to take the focus and boost rotate. That's pretty greedy. Boosting and rotating to get a shot.
Because he can't boost then barrel roll, right? The boot that's a greedy rotate. That is that's pretty greedy, all things considered. Now,
well, I guess ZZ will be able to get a defensive token afterwards.
Exactly. So right, he'll get his mind is he can do some damage and he can get the focus for the evade after he performs the attack. My question is, does he have anybody in arc here to even attack? Because if he doesn't, then he won't get that token.
Yep. There's the attempt for the starboard slash. You saw the back arc measurement there for Tally, and no starboard, no slash.
No slash. Let's see where Nien goes. This will be really interesting.
All right, we got a ping here. Here comes Nien. Talon roll, but lands on the cloud. No shots coming in though. Nothing too huge.
Not a big deal.
Gonna be checking the positions. Oh, looks like that one is off the cloud, so that's a win.
Excellent Talon roll there. Nien's gonna have a real juicy shot for sure.
We good, we good. How are you?
Get the focus and the lock. That'll hurt Mr. Cardinal. And no stress.
All right. So we got a couple of shots coming in. Let's go. We're at initiative 5. Then you're right. Does ZZ even have the shot? I'm worried. Ooh! Oof, the greed.
Does not.
The greed.
He does not have a shot, and that's what I was worried about.
The Cardinal. Get ready. Let's go. Well, first we got some shots coming in from the A-Wings on the bottom.
Hey, fellas. I'm just checking in. I got a message about the stream game saying that Nien did a linked a focus barrel roll. Is that the case or no?
No, not to my knowledge.
Because I don't see a stress token there either.
I don't think he did a focus barrel. Did he do a focus barrel roll? Do you know?
I
don't think so.
Should I bother the players?
Yeah, I would ask.
Go ahead. Ask him. Ask him now.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Yeah, go ask him, D.
Alrighty. Table
0. 0.
Where are you, 0?
Malorus, I think, is going to take a hit crit here.
Nick, stop the time.
Really good damage in on Malorus here, though. I was worried that
23.
Malorus got hung out to dry just a little bit there.
Nope. 88. Okay, on my way.
Well, Dion,
Yeah.
let me take this moment to say, you know, not every day do you walk around your house, walk around your apartment, and you say, I'm missing something in my life, right? You
Right.
walk around and you look at your bare walls, the patches in your carpet, the cheese you've left out, and you say, I need something. And but you know what can fill that gap?
What can fill
you're
that
missing?
gap?
Some Curled Paw Creatives acrylic. That's what can fill that gap. And Big Acrylic has been a sponsor for Gold Squadron for quite some time, correct? Dion?
Literally years.
Literally years. And at this moment, you just have to consider you're staying at home all the time and you don't have anybody. You're alone. And you say, I just need someone to talk to. You can order acrylic friends from Curl Paw Creatives, and they come in Freddy Focus. You know, Freddy Focus is a fun guy. He sees everything. He sees you. You can do Terry Tractor. Then Terry Tractor is another excellent token that, you know, his personality is a little more abrasive than Freddy. So
Roll the clock, Nick.
So if
has it
you're
been
looking for
solved?
some friends, someone to talk to in this pandemic,
The players
Go
are
Paw.
content, so we're playing on.
All right, cool.
I didn't see the sequence in question, so I'm not entirely sure what
Right.
the message is referring to.
I'm going to very widely say this to the chat fam. If we miss it and it's a little bit too far gone, we do have to kind of keep it rolling. Especially we don't know. D didn't see it. We didn't see it. We're gonna keep going. Please don't message D about the stream. Ping us here. Ping us here, because I will tell you so many times you guys are wrong. So many times. Sometimes for little stuff you guys got it. But here we go. I love you. Let's continue. 4 dice attack coming in. 4 on 4. No tokens for ZZ, Ryan.
no tokens. This is quite large.
Oh,
my
that's good.
gosh.
That's 3 hits and a crit.
That's 4. These things are shotguns. Boom. And if ZZ gets nothing here,
Dead.
That's it.
It's just
That's
gone.
it. That's 3 hits and a crit. I am mad that D ruined my copy there.
Oh,
He gets
luck.
3 though. Wow.
All right.
It's only 1 shield. Very good roll above the mean for ZZ there.
Expected result there should have been at minimum half points. Minimum.
Yeah, minimum. With the crit involved, it could have been everything. Wow. But ZZ's now in the corner and doesn't have a place to go, and Captain Cardinal needs to turn around as well.
Yep.
So ZZ's not out of the woods yet, let's be honest. But more than likely, ZZ will actually have a token next time.
This is very true. Yeah, it's going to be harder to push through the damage. Now, let's double check. I want to make sure that we're good on Malorus's damage. Yeah, so Malorus did take from the shots from ZZ and Sefton, did take a couple of shields and a crit just in our confusion last round when we were just checking on the possible issue. The blinded pilot on Malorus. So Malorus unable to use her own ability.
That's rough. But, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, not as bad as it could be. And Malorus is in some trouble now. I was concerned that she was a little out there. I think Drew's okay losing Malorus, but obviously you'd like her to do more. She's keeping the 2 A-Wings occupied, which keeps his Upsilons up. Drew would have loved to kill ZZ there, obviously. That would have been a major win for him. And with 37 minutes remaining in the game, Drew needs to, he's Cardinals down 4 shields, Strident's down 2, Malorus is getting closer. he's got to find a way to get some damage through on these ships.
100%. 100%. One thing also that Malaris is kind of doing by occupying these two other A-wings could be giving the Upsilons time to deal with Nian and with ZZ up here in the top left corner, because if you can do some significant damage and maybe it might be a pipe dream, but maybe clear them off the table, then you're dealing with maybe both your Upsilons alive versus the last couple of A-wings, and then you're just trying to catch them. So that could be the thought there as well.
I'm curious. Okay, if you're Drew right now, where do you think ZZ's going? Or conversely, where do you take ZZ here? I think you do the 3 forward with ZZ, and here's why. It gives you a ton of space, and in order to get a shot with Cardinal, he's got to super commit to that corner there. And even if you lose ZZ after that, let's just say hypothetically you just completely lose ZZ, that has now forced Cardinal completely the wrong direction. At some point, Cardinal needs to turn back around.
100%. Just a heads up, ZZ is stressed. It is behind that massive wing.
The wing.
Beautiful. Has anybody in the chat never played against an Upsilon in person? I will tell you, those wings are as imposing on TTS as they are in person.
And you know what the worst thing about those wings are, Dion? Do you see the little nubs that stick out on the top front of each wing?
Yep.
People catch those on sleeves all the time.
Every time.
Every time. Bases, those nubs are the devil.
Alrighty. And as always, we also have the mobile cam on the table here via TTS because it's absolutely amazing. We can also give you guys that alternate view from here. Okay, so you guys can see that stress token right there, and we got that turn from the yellow Upsilon, that being Major Strider.
I'm very disappointed that you don't have a sponsor. You know how in football games they're like, this is the super soda cam.
Yeah.
We need a sponsor name for that cam. Currently, for now on, it's the Fly Better cam until we can get a real sponsor.
Okay.
Bidding starts at 1 cent.
There you go, 1 cent. If you'd like to overtake it.
Overtake the Fly Better cam for something else. Start giving subs.
That cam is brought to you by the people.
The people's cam.
The people's cam. There it is.
Very democratic. How in theme.
Let's continue.
Okay, so ZZ will probably get there's that barrel roll there. Did that get him out of arc? Maybe. It'll be close. I think it did though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good move
just barely.
Yeah, very good move for ZZ there. Now he's going to be behind Cardinal. See, this is why I don't play X-Wing, because I would have picked the wrong choice and got dunked on by a bird. A literal bird flying a ship.
All right. So, yes, so far, ZZ has lost 1 shield. That's the only damage on Cailean's side. We'll get that here in a second. Sorry, again, that was in the...
Strident is, though, like, Cardinal might be, like, wherever. Like, he'll get back around at some point. But...
Oh, Lord.
I'm not sure if he's going to be able to 2 barrel roll left. And I don't think he's got a ship in his arc to get rid of that stress either.
I think you're correct on both accounts.
That's going to be super rough.
All right, so does the boost.
Yep. So now he'll have a way to get rid of that token.
Right, but you only get rid of 1 of the stress, right? So there's no way for him to get a focus.
Right. He pattern boosted, right?
Yep. So I mean, that's cool. Cool. At least he gets a shot on on Captain Cardinal, so he can focus fire. But yeah, he's giving up the flank to Strident all day.
This is gonna hurt real bad. Oh, does he get the focus there?
Oh, because of pattern. Yeah, sorry, pattern analyzer. He gets his normal action. Yes.
He gets his normal action still, but it doesn't matter. It's still gonna hurt.
Here we go.
Malorus is in a world of pain though, which is unfortunate. He would have loved to get Malorus in there to get a shot on Nien.
Here we go. We have ZZ range 1 in the Cardinal.
Look at everyone being mad at us for not knowing the rules. It's early.
All right, 2 hits, 1 focus. Are we gonna do the optics thing? No, stage stress, so no tokens there. Got the squiggle, 1 shield on Captain Cardinal.
Just slowly chipping, slow.
Nien, range 1.
This will hurt. But Nien's paying for it, for sure.
Okay, and 2 crits and 1 focus. Is he willing to spend the focus? It would obviously
guarantee a crit gets through, right?
Yep, help you get towards half. Gonna hold on to it. Both crits go through. 1 shield and a crit.
Let's see. This is where the Upsilon start to get a little sad when these crits start rolling in.
It is a blinded pilot.
Oh, that's rough for these with these optics, perceptive co-pilots.
Agreed. Though, Cardinal has some time probably before he'd shoot again.
No doubt. Yeah, for sure.
So have some time to get rid of that. But here's the next one. Tally going into Malorus, range 2.
Oof, another crit being rolled. Lots of crits being rolled here.
No other modifiers on this one. No defense roll. Yep. And that's going to be no damage. Trying to keep Malorus around for another turn.
I think he'll do that. Like, he's got 5 health. It's pretty good that he'll get 1 more round with Malorus in there. Especially with a rough roll like that. Ouch.
Heroic?
That's the worst A-wing roll that you can get. Oh, he's got the lock, though.
Yep. Target lock.
There it is.
Target locks are so much better than heroic, and you don't have to pay for them.
Yeah.
2 damage goes through on Malorus.
So Malorus will live 1 more turn, which is nice. Another turn to soak up shots.
Range 1.
All right, this is the real. Let's see if that's 5 dice. Really good chance here just to get 5 hits. Like that. Woof. And there's a crit at the end of that too, just to bookend it. So Nien's going to lose 3 shields and take a crit.
Pop. So that's instant half points. Just add water and a fuel leak. So for anybody who doesn't remember there, fuel leak. After you suffer critical damage, suffer another damage. Mama, may I have another? Yes. Yes, you may.
At least it wasn't the no consequence panic on him.
Chris from Lancaster asks, are these lists the lists that players got into the cut with, or can they change it? No, they can 100% change it. 100%.
Yeah, thank goodness. Can you imagine?
Oh, oof. No, yeah, this is...
you have to take your illegal Petronaki list now.
Yeah, each tournament is its own isolated incident. That's why there was somebody who gave me a suggestion the other day. Oh, they were asking about roll down invites. and saying, are you going to like average performance across all the events to figure out who gets the next roll down if somebody cancels? The problem with doing something like that is each of the tournaments is its own like microcosm of a meta, points, and list chosen that day. So that's why roll downs, for instance, were done per event. So if somebody dropped from Corellia, the next person who would have earned it in Corellia would have been applicable for it.
No doubt. Absolutely. So Captain Cardinal is at half right now, right? So that netted us a big 63 points for Resistance over here. But the Resistance is still in a very precarious place, especially with Nien now finding himself at 2-all out of nowhere. Stridon will be able to come in now, and it'll be very, very interesting to see if Stridon goes after one of these A-Wings now, chasing Malorus down.
100%. Just making sure we're all good here. Yep. All right. Nothing's on fire yet. Now to the beautiful 616 people out there watching today. Real quick, looking at this game and looking at the other Galactic Championship qualifiers, using just let us know right now in the chat, who do you think, what faction you think wins the Galactic Championship? That's our first question there. What faction do you think ends up on top? What do you think, Ryan?
The faction?
Yeah.
I mean, this is great. I got a 1 in 7 chance of randomly getting it correct.
You do?
I do. I legitimately believe that it's going to be First Order.
Okay.
I think First Order will get it. Scum would probably be the safe bet with Boba and stuff, but I'm gonna say First Order.
All right, cool.
I really like the Kylo lists that are coming out. Kylo, Malorus, and some Upsilons, or even the Synars that we're seeing, the Silencers. Lots of good stuff there.
Well, now that we got people talking about it, I will go ahead and put an official poll on the screen. Okay, who will win? Your choices will be there. Just type the number next to it. 1 for Rebel, 2 for Empire, 3 for Scum, 4 for Resistance, 5 First Order, 6 Republic, 7 Separatists, and you'll see those results roll in on your screen.
There were like 10 poll jokes I wanted to make just now, but I held my tongue.
Yep, thank you. Actually, that's a great transition into just reminding me. I know those of us in the United States, there's a very, obviously we just had the election, lots of stuff going on right now, but we try our best to try to keep all the politics. I don't really care. Right now, when I'm doing X-Wing, I don't care your thoughts on politics. I just want to talk about X-Wing. So let's just
want to talk about X-Wing.
Yep, we'll keep the memes out of it. Everything from memes to serious posts about anything to do with politics or referring to it. Let's just let it lie, because to be completely honest, in months to come, it doesn't age very well. And also, this is just trying to keep this place, just free of those fights. Let's just focus on X-Wing. We're all X-Wing players.
Excellent move by Stridon here, by the way. Oh Lord, he coming. he's coming. And now he gets to do his fun coordinate stuff, which allows Mr. Cardinal, the bird, to be able to clear that blinded.
Captain Cardinal, by the way, very interesting character. If you haven't read the books, he's in a couple of them. He's in the Captain Phasma book. He's also in Black Spire Outpost. It's a really interesting dude.
Oh, no, absolutely.
All right, we got the blank there for the obstacle roll. So no strain.
So people might be wondering, why do you coordinate there with Stridon onto Cardinal? And I think you're still going to get mods from Malorus because you get to go first and your swarm tactics to up too. Nien just doing the one forward, really good move.
Zizi did bump there, but will have a shot through Cardinal onto Major Stridon. And Sefton coming in hot, trying to catch a Malorus. Now these
really
A-Wings will be getting shot by Major Stridon. Probably going into Tally, though.
Yeah,
because that's the unobstructed shot.
Get dunked on here. Yeah, the evade. Ooh, interesting. What you gonna do? Malorus is probably dead here, but if somehow Malorus lives, what is it, on 2 hull? Probably dead. Would have a good shot of getting away.
Well, but you know what? Here's something that she will be able to do. Swarm Tactics Stridon, there it is right there, to 5 to be able to use the Malorus ability before she dies. So there's that mod available.
Don't forget, Malorus is going to get a shot on Nien here as well.
This is true. And Nien doesn't have any mods.
Nothing.
Here we go.
And it's not obstructed from the cloud. And if one crit sneaks through here, still has a fuel leak.
This is true. There's one.
Nope, just one. And Malorus can't use the ability on herself because of the
because of blinded pilot.
Blinded, yeah.
And safe gets away with it.
Hit crit, but it wasn't.
Sad.
But did get the swarm tactics up. Think you want to go after Tali here, don't you?
Yeah, just only for the reason that it's unobstructed.
Yeah. Drew really wishes that he had those focuses now, though, for sure. Because I think he thought that Nien was going to go faster and not expect that stop there.
Looking at his options right now.
The one thing that's great here that Cardinal can do next turn, though, is he can just bump into ZZ.
Oh, man. Oh, Kingdom for a focus, Ryan. A Kingdom for a focus.
I know. So rough.
All right. Well, we got 2 hits out there. One will squeak through if Tally doesn't spend the focus.
She's got to spend it, right? Or maybe not. Yeah.
She does, yeah.
Yeah, that's the... You damages the enemy.
Ryan, you got to love in the chat when somebody says, "Oh, Dion and Ryan are my favorite commenting duo," and then somebody else comments after and says, "I prefer Ryan and Chris together." I was like, "Oof." All right, thanks.
I don't know, man.
I get dunked.
4 a.m. farmer is dangerous, by the way. Quite dangerous.
Crit going into Malorus. This will be it. If no evades are... Oh! Natties! Let's get some natties in the chat.
Natties out. Okay. Malorus not going out without a fight.
All right.
Okay, this will probably do it. Can he natty again? Doubtful.
Just do it? Nah,
only one.
Right. Hit crit gets through.
That'll do it. Just lots of death there for Malorus. Oh, he'd kill to have the focus there instead of the coordinate.
Here we go, and up the ZZ shot misses. Get the token afterwards, but double blanks to double blanks.
The heroic blank to blank. Very sad. Drew's now in a really rough spot. He's in a bind because it's going to be tough to...
Another whiff here.
Yeah.
One was out the box. At max, we're getting 1 hit.
That's a big whiff.
Cardinals going to get a chance to to stay above half.
Oh, did he lock there?
Oh, he's got a target lock.
Oh, I can't see it on the board.
Maybe because of the massive wings. All right, so got 2 hits and a crit. Definitely spending the focus here. Takes hit crit there on Captain Cardinal.
Ouch, rough. Now he's down to 4 or maybe worse. See what the crit is. Damage sensor array. Eeh. Well, he's blinded anyway, so.
Damaged sensor array. So down to 4 health there. 16 minutes left. Score is currently 86-34. Now, Ryan, looking at the poll, we put up about the factions. Looks like Scum with a 42% vote with 183 votes out there. That is a really strong feeling. But I mean, here's my question to you, Ryan: is that people saying Scum will win, or is that people saying that Boba Fett will win?
That's not saying Boba Fett will win 100%. They're not. That's not. That you should cross. You should have an option that says Boba Fett and one that says other Scum, because we got tools.
here.
Maybe next time.
Here, no, I got you right now. It takes like 2 seconds. All right, nice. We'll add Boba, other Scum. Just make sure you guys look at the numbers, because the numbers will be shifted around a little bit. Okay. We'll start drilling down into this data.
Yeah, I want to know the people. No one's going to pick just Scum. Like, what Scum list without Boba has performed really well, right? Look at those sevens. The sevens coming in hot.
I mean, Mr. Rocker Crocker, if you think the M3A, that would be other Scum. That would not be a Boba list. That would be another Scum list. But yeah, and the M3A Swarm has also done really well. It's just not as common, not as much as Boba.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at Boba just smashing it. And so, by that extrapolating data, how many Bobas do we have in this tournament, Dion? Do we have that data?
I don't quite have that yet. The plan is to do that in between these next 2 rounds.
Cool.
To pull up that list, and we'll have the full list of lists available for all of our viewers here soon. Actually, Ryan, if you run a little interference, I probably can get it done in the next 3 to 5 minutes.
Well, the good news is there's one thing that I am exemplary at, and that's talking. If we're looking at the board state as it stands right now, getting the heads of each player, the resistance side is really looking to get Captain Cardinal off the board. That's a lot of easy points, and potentially with only 13 minutes left, creates an insurmountable lead there. The problem is, in order to do that, they got to get the shots on Cardinal, and Cardinal has a really good opportunity to just bump into ZZ here and stay where they are. But Nien could very well do a 3 or 4K again, or a 3 Talon boost as well, to completely avoid that situation from occurring. And then Strident is also in a very precarious spot, because the 2 A-Wings at the bottom of the board, which is Sefton and Tali, are in really, really great position just to not get shot at all this next turn. And even if they did, they're both still at full health. So Drew's had a couple really good shots this game so far. This, out of all the lists he was probably looking to see in his first round, this was the one he very likely would want to have seen the least. Even 5A may have been a little bit better, because he'd still get things in arc and he would still be able to shoot at them. But that Nien provides just enough extra firepower, punch, and frustrating maneuverability to be quite a nuisance. And I think there's a lot of credit here to this resistance list building. Nien and these 3As all at 5s is a really strong combination. Nice hard one by Stridon there. Gonna try to get himself back in the fight this next turn. And will find himself strained as well. Trying to get some cloud coverage as well. And then we have just a bump from Captain Cardinal there. Moving right into ZZ. Let's see where the rest of these ships are going to go. We got Nian flipping some foils here. Just doing a bump. That's actually really good for Drew. But now you're going to get a really nice focus rotate out of ZZ. And that'll be a really, really powerful hit onto a currently 4 health Captain Cardinal.
Did we just see a starboard slash?
I think so. But I don't know if they called it. They may have forgotten.
It is a May ability.
Yeah.
I'm about 4/5 of the way to the list, guys. 4/5 there.
Stridon's gonna, I think, arc dodge out of the Tally shot, though. So Tally's just gonna take a lock on him. So I think Cardinal's gonna live in this this turn because it just has one rear shot from ZZ.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Drew's gonna have enough time to get the points he needs. We'll keep watching though. Only 1 damage here onto Stridon, so he just loses 1 more shield.
Lists are live, everybody. Lists are live. Exclamation point lists. Take a look. All right, and here's the back arc. Range 1 from ZZ. 3 hits. Pop, pop, pop.
Oof. Wow. Brutal.
So Captain Cardinal's going down at least 2.
So yeah, he's going to go down 3, 1 health left for Captain Cardinal. Which means that Nian can kind of do whatever he wants and try to initiative kill Captain Cardinal. Like, he can be even in that front arc and not care.
Mm-hmm.
So even if Drew were to kill Nian here, he just will not have the points to be able to overcome the deficit with 9 minutes remaining.
All right. Man, yeah, you're right. This 9 minutes, 86-34. That's a tough place to be. But I want to put our attention to our poll. So we adjusted how we worded it. You know, we took Boba out of the scum. It was Boba or other scum. And right there on our screen, Ryan, 57.8% people putting their faith in Boba.
Overwhelming.
In Boba we trust.
The margins are bananas. But look at the faith they have in Resistance. That we're getting almost 10% of saying Resistance. They're Resistance, which has not won a major tournament in a long time.
They've gotten close though, man, with like Rey and the A-Wings, like those.
Yep.
The Resistance hangs on their shoulders. So I mean, I could see why, and especially with the release of Heralds of Hope, maybe people are thinking that people are starting to lean that way. Now, I will say something. I need to look at the list myself. But I'm curious to know if anybody brought any competitive TIE Brute lists. I know that I've been looking for one, just trying to see what we can find, and I wonder if we find that the person who found the special snowflake of the best combination for TIE Brutes.
I think if this were a qualifier, we'd see a lot more of them. But given this is like the main event, I don't know if there was enough time to experiment to find that brute love. You know, I think we might see one sprinkled in here and there, maybe, but I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. I'd be surprised if there were more than, I don't know, there were more than 5 lists with TIE Brutes in the entire tournament. I'd be surprised. Even that's no. I'd be surprised if there were more than 3 lists with TIE Brutes in the whole tournament.
All hail the TIE Thickums. That's right. Yes, Netter. Sorry. There's 2. Oh, so showing me TIE Brute lists. Thank you. I'll have to try it. I'll have to try it out. Let's see. Do we have any rampages? We do have a couple of rampages. Looks like there are 5 rampages out there.
Oh, man.
How many total TIE heavies? We have a total of 15 TIE heavies in the tournament. And only
9 lists. Interesting.
Yep.
That was a lot more than I would have thought.
The TIE Thickums, I'm telling you.
So Stridon's coming in, and Drew is hoping for a quick round here, because if he can get Dials back real fast within this 5-minute period, he could maybe kill Nien and attempt to get one more ship, but it seems unlikely at this point. Gonna lock Mr. Numb here.
Okay, interesting. Going into the corner.
Trying to keep him alive by any means necessary is what he's trying to do here. Even if he has to do a 1 forward next turn, he's just doing his best to, you
got the 1 forward alive. And the stop. You essentially have two turns.
Benthic 2 turns.
Nice. It took me a second. I was like, wait, this is a reference to somebody. Oh, a pilot nobody ever flies.
Excuse me, sir. The tubes have seen lots of... Oh!
Hello there.
Hello there, indeed.
Sitting in front of Major Stridon, and I don't know... Oh, backwards tail slide and overdrive thrusters. Let's go read some cards here.
Yeah, so, that's pretty cool.
If your wings are closed and you move through an obstacle...
Yeah. Clutch move there.
You can gain an evade. Okay.
But more importantly, it allows him to do that 2 barrel roll with overdrive thrusters over the obstacle.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Okay. So we'll pull that. I'll pull that card up here on the Gold Squadron patron cam. I think that's probably where I'm going to end up. I got to make fancy graphics for it. We can see.
The Gold Squadron patron cam is pretty strong.
All right. So while you boost or barrel roll, if your wings are closed, and this is the last turn I did question, why did he close his wings? You can move through or overlap obstacles. Like that's the phrase that he took right there to be able to do it. Absolutely amazing.
And he is at range 0, so he doesn't get that evade. So
right. And he arc dodges. Like that's crazy. That's so good.
It pairs decently with that overdrive thrusters because that 2 template's a lot easier to get over obstacles with.
Yep. And by the way, so with the overdrive thrusters, it does have to be a red barrel roll. So because the wings were closed, he does that focus barrel roll onto link action from the wings. All right, here we go. 2 hits.
Oh, that's a dead bird.
Caw-caw.
It's a dead caw. And then it pairs really, really well with Nien because he can just ditch that stress afterwards.
Yep.
Overdrive thruster is arguably just as good on Nien as it is Poe, if you can manage it correctly.
Yeah, it's just a different functionality, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And Nien's more of a knife fighter.
1 point cheaper.
So there's a shield down there.
I'm confident in saying, is Captain Cardinal dead? I thought he was dead. Oh, you have to wait till everyone's gone.
Yeah, all the 5s have shot.
I'm confident saying that Resistance will come out on top against the First Order in this matchup.
I mean, that's how it went in the movies.
It's very thematic.
Thematic. You guys said you like your thematic matchups. Here you go.
Yep. And Strident's just getting absolutely pumped here.
So we got 1 hit. We'll get a focus expenditure there for 2 from Nien.
And this is what we were saying at the start of the game. It's just so hard for Drew to pin any of these things down.
By the way, that was just barely obstructed, if you're wondering why he rolled 2 dice. Just barely, and that's why he got the conversion there.
Not too many dice. He it was obstructed. He gets another 1 for the cloud.
There's a 260-point list in the document. Oh, Lord. I hope. Looks like somebody's about to get DQ'd.
I'm going to take a 500-point list and Dion won't notice. He's just going to let me.
It shows 260 in the count, but it's actually not. I see what happened. We'll get that double checked. All right. So with these last 15 seconds left, we have not reached the system phase. This is going to be it. That's time. Oh no, they got 5 seconds left. Are they gonna? They're gonna flip dials?
Oh, Drew just calls it. Nah,
Yeah.
I think they got to do the last one. Poor Drew. He's gonna see if he can kill one of these A-wings. Take it out with him though.
Yeah.
He wants it.
Digging for some MOV.
This is not an MOV-based tournament though, correct?
I mean, to get into the cut, it is. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because it's top 32 cut?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we'd have enough that it would...
No, we don't quite have enough where it's like an automatic...
auto 1 losses or whatever?
Yeah.
Just those? Okay, I wasn't sure if that was how the math broke down.
Stop. Sorry, I know you guys hear that beeping. Timing the round. Awkward.
This Nien's a menace.
Slap the refresh. Quiet. Oh my god. Thank you. All right, guys. We will. We're gonna let them finish playing this one out. But this one is over. We're gonna have Cailean up here, 124-34. If Drew can catch a couple more MOV, then great. But Cailean might be grabbing some more points as well. Now, I saw a couple people in the chat asking if the points got reset in the chat. Yes, they did. Everybody's points got deleted. Everyone who was here early got 10,000 points to get started. And during that round, I also distributed an extra couple 100 points for people who showed up. So each round, I'll drop some more points in there. But whoever ends up on top at the end of today and tomorrow will win a Gold Squadron T-shirt.
Nothing like swag, hey Dion.
That's right, and we got a huge selection.
You do, you sure do.
Including
swag.
Our new Flight Club shirts.
Everything on the website is just, you know, if I could give them names and they could be my friends, I would do that. Like Gary Gold Squadron shirt.
Nice. Range 1. Heroic.
Heroic.
On 3
Okay,
dice.
okay.
Does Sefton have it? Yes.
Yeah, seems good. Drew's just hoping that he's able to get a return fire shot. So we're looking at, he's got 3 health left.
And hit crit.
Okay, hit. Hull breach.
Okay. He flipped the card there. What?
Oh, he flipped the wrong crit because he stacked them, and then when he flips, it went underneath. So that it shouldn't be hull breach. It should be whatever the card directly underneath hull breach is. It shouldn't. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but.
I mean, it's good game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So how many more shots did Cailean have?
I don't know if he had any more.
Well,
I think Drew has another hull left. Like, I think the ship is still alive.
Because of the order of the crits?
Yeah. But I don't know. I can't see because all his cards are stacked. I don't know how many he drew because Strident should have 7 because of hull upgrade.